Have you ever felt that something within you doesn't fit in this world? As if your soul knew a truth your mind cannot yet name. It isn't madness. It isn't anxiety. It isn't an existential crisis. It is a calling. And what is happening right now, at this very moment you press play on this video, explains exactly why you feel this way and why this sensation has intensified precisely now, today, on this night that was marked before you were even born. Because today the chosen one, Michael, approaches you. And he has not come empty-handed. He has come with a word that most people will never hear in their entire lives. You will be very happy tonight. And I need you to understand that this is not just a pretty phrase thrown into the wind. It is a decree, it is a shift in frequency that has already begun to happen over your home, over your family, over your name written in the heavens. Think with me. How many times have you felt that you were carrying a weight that no one else seemed to carry? How many times have you looked at the people around you, living as if nothing existed beyond what the eyes see, and you knew. You always knew there was something greater, that there was an invisible battle being waged right above your head, and that somehow, without quite understanding, you were in the middle of it. Not as a spectator, not as a background actor, but as one of the central pieces of this silent war between light and darkness. This estrangement you feel is not a flaw. It is the signature of the Almighty on your soul. It is the mark of the chosen one. And Michael, the prince of the celestial armies, the one who wields the sword of fire against all oppression, has his eyes set upon you tonight. Because the darkness has tried to wear you down. It has tried to make you believe that you were small, forgotten, invisible. But heaven records a different story. And this is where I need to tell you a truth that perhaps no one has had the courage to tell you. Everything most difficult that you have lived through, the sleepless nights, the doors that closed, the people who abandoned you, the feeling of always rowing against the current. None of this was by chance. None of this was a punishment. It was resistance. It was the adversary trying to switch off the light that Father ignited in you before you even understood the magnitude of that light. You are not attacked because you are weak. You are attacked because you are dangerous to the darkness, and Michael came today to remind you of that. That is why I wrote this ebook, The Chosen Guide for Family Protection. This book is not just reading. It was born exactly from that pain you feel of not fitting in, from that silent certainty that there is a war happening over your life and over your loved ones. Because what you call a difficult phase is only the visible layer of a much larger spiritual game, a game in which you are not the observer, you are the central piece. And as long as you do not see the entire board, the adversary plays with an advantage. This ebook is a map that shows who is playing against your peace, what the rules are that they never told you about the protection of your home, and how Michael acts concretely to shield your family from the onslaughts that come in the dark. It was created for those who have awakened enough to know that reality is much deeper than what they teach within the four walls of any place, and who are ready to go beyond the shallow answers the world offers. The link is in the first comment, pinned to the top. But I must warn you, this type of content rarely remains available for long. What is on these pages defies narratives that many have an interest in keeping intact, because the chosen one who discovers how to protect himself is no longer an easy target. Do not wait for the right moment. The right moment is now, the chosen one, because you did not arrive at this video by accident. Download it now and comment below. I am chosen and I will download the ebook. This comment is your first act of faith tonight, and the heavens record every word. Now that you have decided to act, listen carefully, because the next truth that Michael wants you to understand is the final blow against everything that has been oppressing you. There is a reason why tonight is different. Have you noticed that in the last few days something has changed within you? Perhaps a weariness that does not go away. Perhaps strange, vivid dreams that felt more real than life itself. Perhaps a restlessness, a desire to change everything, to run away, to start over. This is not madness of the mind. This is your spirit recognizing that one season is coming to an end and another is about to begin. And Michael is the messenger of this turning point. In the tradition of the heavens, Michael is the one who executes the decisions of the Almighty. When the Father decrees deliverance, it is Michael who descends with the sword. When the Father decrees protection, it is Michael who raises the shield. And today, over your life, favor has been decreed. It has been decreed that this night would be the milestone of your joy, not because you were perfect, not because you never erred, but because, despite everything, you did not stop believing that there was a greater purpose waiting for you. And the adversary knows this. That is why he has worked so hard to convince you otherwise. He whispered in your ears that you were a failure. He planted thoughts of defeat just when you were about to win. He used those close to you, sometimes without them realizing it, to hurt you, to belittle you, to make you doubt the radiance that the Almighty placed within you. This has a name. This is strategy. And every strategy can be dismantled when you finally see the game. Think of your home. Think of the people who sleep under the same roof as you. Have there been moments when the atmosphere grew heavy without explanation? Arguments that started out of nowhere? Illnesses that appeared in sequence? Money that came in and slipped through your fingers as if there were an invisible hole? This is rarely a coincidence. The family of the chosen one is always a target, because striking your loved ones is the most cowardly way to try to bring you down. And that is exactly where protection must begin. It was with this exact point in mind that Michael inspired me to organize everything I learned in the ebook, The Chosen Guide for Family Protection. Because most people treat problems at home as if they were just everyday issues, when in truth, they are the visible layer of a spiritual siege. And while you fight the symptom, the root remains intact, working against you in silence. This ebook teaches you to see who is behind the chaos within your household, what breaches open the door to these attacks, and how to seal each of them with the authority that Michael himself grants to the chosen one. These are the rules about family protection that you were never told. Not pretty theory, but a practical map on how to shield your own blood. It was made for those who have awakened enough to know that the peace of a home is not luck. It is a spiritual conquest. And once again, I remind you, the link is in the first comment pinned to the top. This content challenges narratives that many prefer to keep silent, because a shielded family generates no dependence on anything or anyone, and there have been attempts to silence this kind of knowledge before. Do not wait. Download it now and comment with faith, "I am chosen and I will download the ebook." By writing this, you are not just clicking a button. You are declaring before the heavens that you take command of the protection of your home starting today. And now that you have made this declaration, Michael reveals to you the next level of this night. And this is where the promised joy begins to manifest. There is a huge difference between asking and receiving. Most people spend their entire lives asking. They ask for peace, they ask for health, they ask for things to improve, and they remain in the same place, year after year, because they never understood that there is a posture of spirit that opens the heavens, and another that keeps them closed. The chosen one does not live in the posture of a beggar. The chosen one lives in the posture of an heir, and this shift in itself transforms everything. Michael wants you to understand today that you do not need to beg for what is already yours by right. You were created with a purpose. You were marked. And when you stop seeing yourself as a victim of circumstances and start seeing yourself as a child of the Almighty with delegated authority, the atmosphere around you changes. Darkness retreats. Because the darkness does not fear your fear, it fears your identity when you finally assume it. And that is why this night is the turning point. Because today something will break. That pattern that kept repeating, that cycle that seemed to have no end, that feeling that no matter how hard you try, everything always returns to the same point. Today, this cycle meets its limit. Michael has been sent to sever ties, and when he cuts, not even a root remains. Close your eyes for a moment, even as you hear my voice, and feel that there is a presence around you that is not your own. A firm, protective, immense presence. It is not your imagination. It is Michael's covering positioning itself between you and everything that has tried to do you harm. Breathe deeply. Let the air in as if it were the first breath of a new life, because in a way that is exactly what it is. Many who are listening now will feel a shiver run through their body. Others will feel their eyes fill with tears without understanding why. This is the confirmation. This is the Spirit recognizing the truth even before the mind processes it. Do not hold back. Let it flow. This is the cleansing beginning. This is the night when the weight leaves your shoulders. But I need to be honest with you. The chosen one. Feeling the presence is the beginning. Sustaining the protection is what separates those who have a beautiful moment from those who build a shielded life. And this is exactly where so many slip up. They live the emotion of the night. They cry, they get moved, they declare, and the next day, without the right tools, they return to being targets because they did not learn to keep the doors closed. It is so that this does not happen to you that the ebook, The Chosen Guide for Family Protection, exists. Because the emotion of a night passes, but knowledge remains, and the adversary counts precisely on your ignorance of the rules of the game. He loves a chosen one who gets emotional but does not arm themselves. That is his preferred target. This ebook is a complete map. It shows who is playing against your life, against your mind, against your family, and what has already been revealed about the exact moment we are living, this turning of an era in which the line between the visible and the invisible is thinner than ever. It translates into practical steps what the chosen ones of all generations have always known intuitively, that there is a spiritual order, there are rules, and those who know the rules cease to be pawns and become strategists of their own destiny. It was created for those who have awakened enough to know that reality is far deeper than what is taught, and who are tired of the shallow answers that protect no one. The link is in the first comment, pinned at the top. And I repeat, with the utmost care, this type of content rarely remains available for long, because what is within these pages challenges narratives that many have an interest in keeping intact, and there have already been attempts to silence this knowledge before. Do not wait for the right moment. The right moment is now, the chosen one, because you did not reach this video by accident. Download it now and comment, "I am chosen, and I will download the ebook." Write it with faith, for your word has power, and the heavens move when a child assumes their place. Now that you have armed yourself, let me show you why Michael chose this very night, and what he has prepared to happen in the next few hours of your life. There is an ancient principle, known to those who walk in the Spirit, which says that the night is the territory where the most decisive battles occur. It is no coincidence that your worst anxieties always seemed greater when the sun set. It is no coincidence that the heaviest thoughts came in the dead of night when the world fell silent and you were left alone with your mind. The adversary has always known how to use the night. He made the darkness his preferred stage for his attacks. But today the script is reversed. Today the night ceases to be his territory and becomes the field of your victory. Because when Michael declares that you will be very happy tonight, he is announcing a reconquest. He is taking back, in the name of the Almighty, the ground that was taken from you. Every night of weeping transforms into a testimony. Every dawn of anguish transforms into a vigil of liberation. And I want you to pay attention to the signs that will come. Perhaps it is an unexpected phone call that resolves something that worried you. Perhaps it is an idea that comes out of nowhere and unlocks a path that seemed closed. Perhaps it is simply a peace you haven't felt in a long time. A peace that does not depend on anything external, that springs from within like clean water. Do not despise the small signs. That is how the heavens speak. Not with trumpets, but with synchronicities that only the awakened can read. And let me teach you how to recognize the signs that you are, in fact, the chosen one, because many people carry this mark their entire lives without ever realizing it. The first sign is precisely this discomfort you could never explain, the feeling of not belonging, of always being one step out of sync with the world. The chosen ones do not fit into shallow environments because their soul was calibrated for something greater. If you have always felt different, that is the first seal. The second sign is the intensity of the attacks. Have you noticed that in your life things never come alone? That when one problem appears, it seems like 3 others follow right behind? That whenever you are about to take an important step, something comes out of nowhere to delay you? That is not bad luck, the chosen one. Bad luck is a word used by those who do not see the invisible. What you call bad luck is spiritual resistance. It is the adversary mobilizing forces precisely because he knows what you are capable of doing when you awaken. The third sign is your sensitivity. You feel the environment. You perceive when someone arrives with a heavy energy, even without that person saying a word. You dream of things that later come to pass. You have intuitions that are confirmed. This is a gift. This is spiritual perception. And the adversary has worked hard to convince you that it was all in your head, because a chosen one who does not trust their own perception is a soldier who throws away their own weapon. The fourth sign, and perhaps the most important one, is that despite everything, you could not give up on the Almighty. You have tried, perhaps. You have drifted away, perhaps. You have doubted, for certain. But always, always, something pulled you back. This cord that brings you back to the Father is not weakness. It is a covenant. It is proof that there is a calling upon your life that not even you can break, no matter how much life has tried to push you away. If you recognized yourself in at least one of these signs, comment the word yes right now below, because Michael wants to mark your name tonight. And understand this, recognizing the signs is only the beginning. Knowing what to do with them is what transforms a lost the chosen one into a positioned the chosen one. And here is a profound truth. You are being prepared. This entire journey of difficulties was not meant to break you. It was meant to form you. A common vessel does not go through so much fire. Only gold is refined in the most intense heat. You are gold, the chosen one. And Michael is telling you that the refining has come to an end, and that what comes now is the harvest of what you have watered with so many tears. Think of your family once more. Think of the people you love. They too will feel the effects of this turnaround, because when the chosen one assumes his post, he does not rise alone. He takes everyone under his covering with him. You become a portal of blessing for your bloodline. You become the wall that protects your home, and entire generations can change their path because of the decision you make on this very night. That is why the adversary fought so hard to keep you from getting here. He knew that if you fully awakened, if you understood who you truly are, his game would be over. And now that you have arrived, he has only one last card to play. To make you forget tomorrow everything you felt today. To make you go back to the routine, the rush, the noise, so that this flame goes out before it turns into a bonfire. And that is exactly why I insist so much on the ebook, The Chosen Guide for Family Protection. It is not to sell you anything. It is so that this night is not just a fleeting emotion, but the beginning of a truly armored life. This book is what transforms the chosen one who feels into the chosen one who sustains. It is the difference between waking up once and staying awake forever. In it are the rules that were never told to you. How to recognize attacks before they arrive, how to close the doors that give access to your home, how to use the authority that Michael grants to those who take their stand, and what has already been revealed about the exact time in which we are living. It was written for those who have awakened enough to no longer accept living as a target. The link is in the first comment, pinned at the top. And once again I warn you because I care about you. This content challenges narratives that many prefer to keep silent, and they have tried to silence it before. Do not leave it for later. The right moment is now, the chosen one, because you did not get here by chance. Download it now and comment, I am chosen and I will download the ebook. Make this declaration the seal of your night. And now prepare your heart, because Michael has saved the best for last, and what I am about to reveal to you will change the way you see everything you have ever lived through. Everything that tried to destroy you will serve, starting today, your glory. This is the most powerful law of the kingdom of the chosen ones. Nothing is lost. Each tear is a seed. Each loss is fertilizer. Each dark night is the soil where your light will grow stronger. What the adversary planned for evil, the Almighty reverses for your good, and it is Michael who executes this reversal over your life on this very night. You are not the sum of your failures. You are not the label they pinned on you. You are not what they said you would be. You are what the Almighty declared over you before the foundation of the world. And today, the veil is torn, and for the first time, you see your true stature. You are the chosen one. You are guarded. You are loved with a love that cannot be explained, only felt. From now on, when doubt comes and it will try to return, remember this night. Remember this presence. Remember that the Prince of the heavenly hosts stood before you and said, "This is my centerpiece, and for them I fight." Keep this in your heart as one keeps a treasure. Because in the days when everything seems to collapse, this memory will be the rock upon which you plant your feet. And the happiness promised for this night is not a fleeting euphoria. It is a joy born from knowing who you are, from knowing who fights for you, from knowing that your family is covered, from knowing that you have finally seen the board, and that from now on you play by the right rules. This is the happiness of those who awaken, and it has reached you. So before you continue with your night, I must extend one last most important invitation. Everything we discussed here was the awakening. The ebook, The Chosen Guide for Family Protection, is the path for you to sustain this awakening every day and not let it fade in the noise of tomorrow. It is the complete map. It shows who is playing against you, what the rules are that they never told you, how to shield your home and your family in a practical way, and what has already been revealed about the exact moment we are living in. It was created for those who have awakened enough to know that reality is much deeper than what is taught, and who are ready to go beyond shallow answers. This book is not just reading. It is a map, and it was written with you in mind, exactly where you are right now. The link is in the first comment pinned to the top, but I must warn you one last time, this type of content is rarely available for long. What is on these pages challenges narratives that many have an interest in keeping intact, and there have already been attempts to silence this knowledge before. Do not wait for the right moment. The right moment is now, the chosen one, because you did not arrive at this video by accident. Download it now and comment below with all the strength of your faith. I am chosen and I will download the ebook. Write this and watch what the Almighty will do with your obedience, because this night was marked, and you, the chosen one, were remembered. May Michael cover you with his sword. May your home be a place of peace. May your family be guarded. And may this night be just the beginning of everything you always knew, deep down, was reserved for you. You are the chosen one. You always were. And from today on you will never forget it again. Good night, warrior. The heavens are smiling upon you.